All right, I wanted to keep everybody updated. A while back, I had mentioned my thoughts on this Retro Pack 2, that I would cover them in a future video. Well, my thoughts are, I pulled this Harpy's Pet Dragon. It's pretty sick with the hollow bleed. I've never seen something bleed so bad, quote unquote. It actually looks amazing with the bleed, but I'm just not a big fan of all of the remakes. I like that the remakes bring back that nostalgia, but collecting them, for me personally, it's not the same. Like, the value that this card has to me is not the same as an OG Harpy's Pet Dragon from Forbidden Memories, those promos, which is where this original art was from. That being said, this card I did list on my eBay for sale with my Japanese cards down here, and it already sold. It sold for like 29 bucks, which is awesome. So I don't know if any of you guys have bought from my eBays, but these three sold. They all got purchased individually by the same person, so that's awesome. This got sold. The Japanese OCG Dark Magician. Highly played, guys. You know how we do it. These are listed. This is actually an auction, and you got to pay the shipping, but it started out at 1 cent. One person's bid on it. It's cool. It's a lot better condition than most of my things. So, of course, I listed one of these moderate played First Ed Blackluster Soldiers because the artwork is iconic. And that's an auction, by the way. I just threw that in there. It's not like I'm going to make a bunch of money off this stuff. This is more for if you want a card that I highly enjoy and you want it from me, you can bid on this. I think the shipping's going to be like $1.30, and I think I even pay for shipping on this card. So really, the auction's at 1 cent, and you just buy it for whatever it sells for. This Exodia, this whole set, with this super rad, beat up Exodia head, which looks really menacing. Whole set's for $59 is what I listed it for. But if you like OCG stuff, or you just like Exodia, that's a good pickup. Blue Eyes, super beat up. This is, I think it's a no reference. Blue Eyes is what it's called. That's the same thing for that Dark Magician that I had listed. It doesn't have the Eye of Anubis, which is like this is a pre-Eye of Anubis type card. They did make remakes of this that does have the Eye of Anubis, but this would be the older version. This Dark Magician's really old, actually. I can't remember if it's in one of the very first sets. It's got to be, because it's that pre-Eye of Anubis. I did list these sealed decks up too. This is from that Yugi Gold series. What was that? Legendary decks. So it's cool. They're unlimited. I just never opened them. That's definitely somebody's cup of tea. And I did want to run this by you guys. I have so many of these strictly sealed sleeves that I haven't used. The purple one's really badass, by the way. And I'm thinking of maybe just throwing up some random, like, highly played cards on my eBay. Just starting at 1 cent and free shipping for the buyer. And just letting you choose out of the sleeve colors that I have, which I have almost every sleeve color. I don't have very many white. I don't have orange. I never bought orange. I got yellow, which can look sick if you choose the right card. But just including a sleeve color that you want to try out and see, I think that's something I do. This Summon Skull's sick. It's very played on the edges. Looks like almost like a playing card, how rounded the edges are. I have been up to a lot of stuff, mostly a lot of packing. I lost all of my 3D designs for my Millennium puzzles. So all of my super advanced stuff like this was something that I designed and then 3D printed. Like, I lost these designs. My personal laptop, my Windows laptop, got BitLockered. So it basically locked me all the way out, and I couldn't recover any of my data. Lost all my designs, lost everything. Hate Windows, totally sucked. Trying to deal with Linux now. That's also its own nightmare because nothing works perfectly on Linux. If you have PC problems, then you know. I want to show you guys something else I've been working on. I have been working on this Pokédex equivalent of a Yu-Gi-Oh! AI assistant. So he's kind of like a dictionary for cards. Anyways, I'm going to show that now. All right, now let me show you my Pokédex, but for Yu-Gi-Oh! Here it is. Also, shout out to a 3D printer called gbean. He designed this crazy 3D printed Starship Gauntlet from Yu-Gi-Oh! I just got done putting it together while I was waiting for this guy to load. And I just want to show you how well designed this is. Let me see if I can take it off here. So after some super glue and some very specific magnet sizes, these bar magnets, as well as Starship magnets, and matching up the magnet positives and negatives so they're perfect, I now have a sick Starship Bracelet Gauntlet from Yu-Gi-Oh! The Duelist Kingdom era. So can you imagine printing a bunch of these and having a GOAT tournament? That would be sick. So I have one of those, and then this is a lower quality version. I got a super high quality version that I'm going to end up doing. But shout out to gbean, because his 3D prints still exist.
Yes, I am here. What is your question?
Dark Magician Girl.
Dark Magician Girl is a level 6 dark spellcaster effect monster. Attack 2000, defense 1700, summary, gains 300 attack for each Dark Magician or Magician of Black Chaos in any GY.